The Anora Look. Why would you want Anamorphic on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3? You must be as broken as the glass behind you. But in this moment, examining the fabric of life up close, I realised what was important. Riding my bike today, I couldn't have imagined the future. But we'll come back to what I saw on this morning later. For now, we'll have to go back. No, let's go further back, 10 months ago. Yeah, I want to shoot a feature film on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. That sounds crazy, right? A feature film, like a full-on ensemble narrative with multiple characters and locations and full-on storyline. You know, I'm talking 90 minutes. Well, to be honest, life happened. I premiered my films at international and local film festivals.
I've seen a lot of different sides.
I vlogged 3 international trips, and I also hit my goal of doing 50 cinematic vlogs by the end of 2024. And I also ran courses teaching cinematic vlogging. I hit every goal that I had set out to achieve in 2024, except actually make a feature film on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. And that's life as a filmmaker. You gotta roll with it and you gotta live your real life. Now, I actually got my passion back for this project that I want to do, shooting a feature film on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, thanks to K&F Concepts and their anamorphic lenses that are actually for the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. But I've also got another announcement. I'm here to actually say that 2025 will be a year where I redirect my vision, and on this cinematic vlog, I will explore making that feature film on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Now join me as I try and get the Anora Look on a budget. This specific pack comes with the anamorphic lens, a macro lens, some ND filters, and a wide lens also. And these can all be stacked together so you can utilize them together to get the look that you want. The other night, I went out to try these lenses for the first time. I realized the possibilities on display. Getting anamorphic images from a vlogging camera, I mean, it's a vlogging camera, that is true. But why shoot a feature film on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3? There are so many better options, but I have my reasons. The same way Sean Baker had his reasons when he shot Tangerine on an iPhone. And we're in the business of can do, not can't do. Because let's face it, making films is very, very expensive. But it's not just the cost factor that shapes my ideology on why I want to do this. No, there's more than that. But first, let's look at the benefits of having multiple lenses and the looks that they can offer. The anamorphic lens, most commonly associated with the cinematic look, the very look achieved in Anora. People also associate anamorphic lenses with the flares that have that blue horizontal streak. Yeah, I mean there it is. Take a look at how it performs in a natural street light situation, and keep in mind some of this was low lit and dim. So many streaks you could practically be J.J. Abrams. Now onto the macro lens. The macro lens is used to examine things up close. It's a great storytelling device. Look at the fabrics that shape our world, and then cut to an anamorphic shot for variety. Close, wide, close, wide. We open up storytelling abilities through variety. And now the wide lens. It opens up your viewing field, and is quite similar to the anamorphic, but without the blue streaks, and stack the lenses with NDs that will cut light when it's overexposed. Telling a story. So instead of just showing all these nice images in neon lights or towards the sun, which a lot of YouTube actually is, I thought I'd put together a quick scene or 2 or 3 quick scenes to demonstrate how the K&F anamorphic, macro and wide lens work together to tell a story, even if that story isn't very good because I literally wrote it in 10 minutes. We filmed it in under 15 minutes and pretty much what you get is what you get and you don't get upset.
It's amazing how quickly it can happen. One moment you're out with your artist on a Friday night on the strip. Next your nose is busted and your thumb is dislocated. Where did my artist go? Did I mention I'm a producer? Dealing with creatives can sometimes be messy. How am I the sober one, but I'm always the one who ends up hurting? I sometimes wonder if it's just me.
You think you're special because you sunk some money into a project. You made some art. Come to my house asking for food. Do you know what it took? The depths that I had to sink to get my work out there? You want something to eat? Fetch. Do you even know what it takes to create something? Like how deep you have to go to the depths of your pain and despair? But nah, you wouldn't know that because you've had it all handed to you. He was moody because his reality and fiction had merged. Sometimes he'd speak about himself in the third person. Sometimes a character would appear, a fictional being. She was kind. She was looking for something. We used to write letters, but those are the ways of old. Friends become distant memories. They escape under the cover of darkness. It's going to be much lighter lugging all this around than shooting on other devices. But if you want to do a vlog, I mean, yeah, it's absolutely possible to use for vlogging. The anamorphic lens does give its own look. And here's how the anamorphic and macro lens look in an everyday vlog. Isn't an award-winning cinematographer Tavis Pennington?
It's
Anamorphic now, look at that. And I de-squeeze it and everything, it's great.
You got a filter for it?
Yeah, anamorphic lens.
Oh, what?
Can you speak latte?
Not now.
Not now. Very shy. Happy Valentine's Day.
You too.
Wow. So if you use it in a vlogging setup, you can intentionally change the vibe of some scenes. Shake things up a bit. Now back to making my future film. The K&F anamorphic lenses on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 are the look that I've been waiting for. And now with this combination of lenses, I'll be able to create something compelling. Now in the past, I've actually made a lot of my films with this guerrilla ethos. And up.
Oh my god.
Action. I think that with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, I'll be able to get my actors into really beautiful locations with minimal setup and allow them to literally run wild in their creative ways.
That's the guy.
Okay.
I want to utilize the guerrilla techniques that I've fostered over the years of my filmmaking career, but I want to do it in a new way. I want to do it with an even lighter setup. In 2020, my feature film, The Neon Across the Ocean, a 91-minute independent film, premiered at the Sao Paulo International Film Festival. My tiny film. I was so proud. But time destroys everything. I told you we'd come back to the start, searching for a story, our own stories. But things are changing. Time moves so fast. I'm right here, where I filmed a major scene from my feature film, The Neon Across the Ocean. But everything's changed. You see, the wooden structure that once stood here was a metaphor for the film. It was a work of art that was installed here at Docklands. But it's gone. I simply wanted to take the anamorphic lens and refilm some scenes from my film right here to compare how it would look with the camera I used back then and the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. But instead, I was greeted with, well, emptiness. I wanted to show the past and live in the present so I could see my future in filmmaking. And when leaving, I saw another spot where I filmed in the past. I filmed a character looking off a bridge. A fence now up, blocking the beautiful view. Time is an unstoppable force. But there is a way to get time back. Because filmmaking is really hard to do, but more than anything, it takes a lot of time. But what I want to do is cut time in half. Literally. by utilizing a new way to make films, by utilizing a technology that has existed for a while but is only getting better. I mean, these small handheld devices are opening up the door for us to tell stories. Now, I know some naysayers, they might say it's not really the Anora Look. It doesn't look like film. Well, you know, they'll say that. But I think it looks beautiful in its own way. And maybe I'm not trying to recreate the Anora Look specifically, but what I am trying to do is try to get the feeling of Anora. And Anora is a human character study. We want to make stories that touch people. That's what filmmakers do. If you want to take this anamorphic lens, and you want to take this macro lens, you want to take the wide lens, and you want to utilize it on your vlogs, why not? I mean, I'm utilizing it in the vlog too. And I think that all this stuff is just wonderful. That's all it is. It's wonderful. And this is coming from a filmmaker that has been around and shot on mini DV and shot on bigger cameras and DSLRs and smaller cameras. And I've seen it all. And I really do enjoy filmmaking at its best, when it's at its core for me, which is when I'm making poetry. So yeah, hope this was useful and helpful. And yeah. See you on the next one, I guess, and follow me on the journey as I go and make a feature film on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3.